First John 2 verse 15 says, love not the world, nor the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. Now it is not talking about not loving people who are in the world and shunning people who are not of the same mindset or not of the same community. No, that is not what this is saying. Because it couldn't be, because God loved the world. He so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, right? To save the world. Now, so what does it mean to love not the world? Does it mean love not material things? Because some people preach that, oh, if I'm a Christian and I love material things, I mustn't want a nice car, a house, or any such material thing. If I'm trying to save to buy something like that, I'm too sinful, I'm not godly. This is not true. Do you know how much good a car can do? Right? It can do great things. I know this particular person. The first thing he did after getting the Mark II was those times it was nice luxury cars when you buy a Mark II. First thing he did was he got some leatherette and wrapped his seats. Why? Because he knows that car that he has is not just for him. He would be using it to help others. So I know for sure this particular person, many mothers who called out in the night to give birth, that car carried them. Men coming from the bush from working on their farm got a ride. It was never too nice to take them in. And the thing about it is, a house can be a blessing. We can use it to house people who don't have somewhere. I know of a lady right now, a young lady at her church needed somewhere to stay, somewhere with peace of mind, because she was having some difficulties with some relatives that were nearby, and she had her exams coming up, and somebody spoke to this elderly lady from the church, and she was willing to open up her house. And I think up until now that young lady is still there. So wanting material things is not what the scripture is talking about when he says love not the world. No, it is saying that do not love the ways of the world, the sinful ideologies of the world, right? Ideologies and thinking that goes against love, that goes against who God is. I remember my workplace, one of my former workplaces, I was there, and it affected me so badly, because it's like the environment was one where it was dog eat dog, right? It's like for me to get ahead, I must put somebody else down. That type of ideology is one of the worldly ideologies that God says we must not embrace. So when the Bible talks about love not the world, it's a knowledge of things that are of the world that are against God. In fact, 2 Corinthians 10 verse 5 says, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of God, and bringing it into captivity, bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of God. So it's tearing those lies that the enemy has taught us, how we're supposed to treat each other, tearing down those things that are against what the principle of love is. Like an eye for an eye, doing back to somebody else what they do to us. Right? It's one of the easiest human things to do. Somebody hurt me, I hurt him back. I might not actively hurt back, but I passively hurt back. This is a worldly ideology that God says we must get not. Love those things that are of God, not the worldly ideologies that are damaging to our souls. So as you go forth in your daily movements, I encourage you to do what God says. He says, love those who hate you. Do good to them that despitefully use you and persecute you. Don't be overcome of evil, but overcome evil with good. Now, you have to look at Jesus and know that by spending time with him, you can be like him. This is what he did. He did not wait for them at the cross to say, forgive me. He was praying for them to be forgiven. because forgiveness is free, and we got that freely. So let us freely forgive others. This is my wish for you and myself. Have a God-blessed day.